Stanford University, a bustling modern center of technological innovation. It seems an unlikely place for old world superstitions to take hold, and yet...
So sometimes I notice that my shoes are often lined up, and it creeps me out because I never put it like that. I'm like the messiest person ever.
Every time I go take a shower, I leave the door unlocked, and then when I come back, I'm locked out. It kinda sucks.
Yeah, so a couple of times I brought fruit back up from the dining hall. I just leave it on my desk. And when I wake up, the fruit is gone, but my desk is super organized.
So some douchebag drew pictures of mustaches on every single picture of my girlfriend. In Sharpie, too. No, it wasn't my roommate, because we're like this, so...
Rumors and supposed sightings of the Dormovoi have been reported at Stanford since the university's founding. While the Dormovoi is not native to California, it's speculated that the Stanford family may have introduced it as early as the 1890s. Jane and Leland Stanford, on a grand tour of Europe, visited the private home of the American ambassador in Moscow. The ambassador's Dormovoi could easily have slipped inside Leland Stanford's shoes and been unintentionally transported back to the United States. The descendants of this creature are now said to live in multiple Stanford dorms.
So the Dormovoi is a house spirit of Russian origin that has been known to live in several dormitories on campus. And when students maintain a good relationship with their work and keep their rooms clean and have a good relationship with their roommates, the Dormovoi can be helpful and supportive. However, it's when stress gets the best of students that they can be found to be mischievous and even destructive.
Chloe Kosef, class of 2016, arrived at Stanford University as an eager, enthusiastic freshman. She moved into her assigned suite in Robley Hall, met her 3 suite mates, and settled in. At first, all seemed well.
When did the problems start?
It started during MSO. My roommate was kind of a huge slob and she'd leave things everywhere. And things kind of started to get bad between us and then weird things started to happen.
What, you noticed odd things going on in your room?
Yeah, and they were totally out of the ordinary and I'd ask her if she'd done it and she would totally deny it. So I have no idea what was going on.
What kind of things?
Well, it started with these cats.
Somebody started drawing these black cats on our walls. I'd scrub them off, and the next day there'd be another one. At first, I thought it was my roommate trying to get me in trouble for vandalizing dorm property, but then there were sounds.
Was that you? No. I'd hear these sounds while I was studying, and it'd sound like shrieking or moaning coming from the room next door. And they weren't coming from my roommate, and I have no idea what was happening.
So what did you do?
I ended up going to one of my professors to talk about it, Professor Safran. She's kind of an expert in this sort of thing. And when I told her about it, she said it sounded like I was describing this kind of dorm spirit.
Did that sound plausible to you?
Not really. I thought it was crazy, so I set up a camera in my room overnight.
Chloe, unnerved by the footage, went to her dorm's resident fellow along with her roommate. Their discussions continued over the course of several weeks, and as their relationship improved, the strange events became less common. Traditionally, the Dormovoi is given offerings in the form of bananas, oranges, and apples, which are left out in baskets. Dining staff have accommodated this belief, and daily offerings can be seen in every dining hall on campus. Administrators at the university tried to appease Dormovoi, as their pranks are rumored to have caused tragic sports losses over the years. In 1982, members of the student body started a movement claiming the Dormovoi were not real. That year was filled with frequent strange occurrences, culminating in the play at the 85th big game, a tragic loss for the Stanford team. The authenticity of the reports and footage of Dormovoi have often been called into question. Many remain convinced, however, that it has touched their lives here at Stanford. Whether or not these events have any truth behind them, we may never know.